Hello there, everybody. This is Longhaired Santa, and welcome to the World Tour. Today, we're gonna go a little bit of a guided tour through what we made so far in this wonderful world that surrounds us right now. The point of this series is to play through all of Minecraft, which basically means from Alpha 1.0.4, where we started, to modern day Minecraft. And right now, we have actually gotten up to Minecraft Beta pre-release 4. We are in a pre-release, and we're just about to hit the official Minecraft launch, which is crazy. But we're probably gonna be in this pre-release for a little while because it's an amazing place to be. I'll show you why in a little bit, but first, gotta sleep. So, what better place is there to start off a world tour than by starting at the original spawn? Over here, right here, is the original spawn. The spawn has since moved like 200 blocks that way. Do not know why. Through updated Minecraft versions, this doesn't want to be spawning anymore. And if you see, wondering, what is this contraption? Well, this used to be a minecart booster. So they actually removed this, but you can see the minecarts are interacting with each other a little bit. When they did this back in the day, they used to get crazy boost. So, and so that I could just stand on this pressure plate right here, and you see that swaps the thing. So this was. The minecart right there was boosted, going round. I pressed this button and I jumped into the Minecraft, and away I went. Because back in Alpha and when I made this, there was no sprinting, which means this is how fast you would go and walk, which is so freaking slow. So I needed a quicker way of getting to my base, which is right over here, as you can see. This railroad is actually a smart railroad as well that I made, because I always wanted a minecart to be over there, right? So whenever I went with this minecart here, I went into this station, I jumped off right here, and whenever a minecart got in here, it would end up in this circle going around and around, and the minecart that was in here going around and around would go back to spawn, basically. So whenever I got there, if I died, I always had a minecart waiting for me, so that I can go back here. This was one of my first projects, redstone project that I did, and man, this took some time to do because redstone wasn't too easy back in the day. Because how the fuck do you do time delays and stuff? You know, like this. This is how you do it. Yeah, so this is some basic rudimentary redstone, but it takes up so much space, and you basically only need like 3 repeaters in the version that we are now. But that's the way it was. So we get here, and whenever I started this world, I actually found this little place right here, and I thought that's a nice place for a cozy little cottage, I guess. And so I settled right in the side of the mountain. And welcome back, trader. Okay, I've since abandoned this place, but this was my first base, my first hideout, my first hidey hole. I had some windows, I had another portal, and I had a mine right down there, as well as look at this viewing window into the wheat here. Amazing, ain't it? A lot of torches around. This is real ugly. Do I have anything else smelted? Nope. And this was my first little project that I did. And right after, I was in the version of Minecraft where passive mobs, they used to spawn. They didn't and despawn. So basically that made it so that you can farm that. If you had a lot of grass like this, they would spawn on the grass. They see this sign here as a full block. They walk up off the grass into the water and go down the stream. And this farm is one of the first things I did right after placing that big glass ceiling, because you see this whole world was snowing at all times, and the particles was always in your face, and the only way to get rid of the particles was to go underground or put something over your head. So I put these glass ceilings so that I can work in peace, because the snow always got placed on the ground, so that I had to place a ton of torches or just punch out the snow all the time. It was a nightmare. So, and also the animals actually didn't spawn on snow covered grass, so it actually destroyed that spawner. I couldn't use that spawner without that layer of glass up the top there. So I had to place that to get the mob spawn to work. And I think it's down here that I made a little bit of a tunnel to get to the passive mob drops that I got. It was also good because it was a hostile mob farm in the night and a passive mob farm in the day, so that I could stand here and yeah, they all died in the lava up there. I have since actually relocated this so it doesn't go here no longer. It goes further down. I'll show you later. And it's only a hostile mob one now, so it's kind of dangerous here. And yep, ton of cactus, feathers. This is because of zombies as well as chickens. String, of course, gunpowder. Use them all up. Arrows. Yeah, you can see that this is old because these stack now, but I guess they didn't used to. So a ton of eggs and leather. So yeah, I got good use out of this passive mob spawn. And a nice little tunnel here, decorated with gold and iron, and snow. I didn't have a lot of blocks back in the day. One of the first things I actually started working on in this world is the most useless farm. A big freaking cactus farm. This will become useful later when all of the cactus can be smelted and turned into dye, and then I get XP for it. But right now this basically just spawns a lot of cactus, which fills up my over here the entity cap. It's just a lag farm as of right now, but I am a big fan of it. I am almost done with it. I'm done with one side. You see, this is build limit, so I can't go higher than this. 128, I think. Yeah, 128 is the highest you can build. So I have to just fill this up as well, but and then I'm finished with the cactus farm for now. And then when the height limit changes, I think I'm gonna go as far up as I can, and we'll see if I ever finish this. And yeah, there's a lot of sand, and I also chose glass because I wanted it to be see-through for the block below, which I have since come to regret. These glowstones are so freaking expensive as well, especially back in the day, because you punched glowstone and you got one dust of it, and from that one dust you had to gather 9 dust that you can then create one glowstone block with. So each glowstone block, 9 glowstone blocks in the nether is equal to 1 glowstone block here. Insane the amount of work I made. I made for this stupid, useless farm is, stupid and lovely, and I love it a lot. Where did I get all of this sand, you might ask? See, I have a sand booster right here, which will take us to where we need to go. And I see I have since actually added powered rails, because I am still going over here quite a lot. But my minecart is on the run, so I'm gonna have to go try and find it. And here we are coming into the desert, and you can actually see the first changes of the world when we're riding in here slowly. I'll just sleep quickly and then I'll show you, because this is lovely, and this is one of the reasons that I'm making this series is because I love this stuff so much. It's so nostalgic as well, because I played Minecraft a lot back in these days when these changes were made. I think this is like a beta version. This new area here is generated in Minecraft beta, I think. whilst all of this was generated in Minecraft Alpha. You see, we have the snow here because I had a snowy world, remember? And then they stopped that and they added a snowy biome instead. And that meant not only that the terrain just cuts off right here, but this whole place is no longer snowy. So I have a ton of ice and snow over there, and this kind of terrain, which is now outdated as well, is not snowy. But this is the place of where I've gotten all of my sand, as you can clearly see. Everywhere where's there's stone, everywhere where there is stone, I have just, you know, gotten rid of all of the sand, basically. This is where I've gotten all my sand from, and this is where you can see the first, like, real weird things that are with this world, that is happening, that weird things that are happening with this world, and, you know, the reason for me actually doing this, because I think this is fucking great. Look at it. It's so weird. And I am a huge fan. This railroad as well was quite an adventure, I might add, actually, because if you see here, under all of this, I have stone, which had to be smelted. And then you know, fences. We are used to be able to place fences right on top of each other, right? You couldn't do that back in the day. Actually, you had to place, if I wanted to place a fence, 3 fences in a row like that, I had to first place this dirt, place that fence, remove this dirt, place this fence, remove this dirt, place that fence. And that's so much freaking work for just fences underneath. But I wanted it to look good, you know? So we have a proper road all the way, and I'm a fan of it, and I love that I made it like that. I put in the effort, and it looks better now. And from this angle, you can also see the massive cactus farm, which is, you know, I need to fix that. It's gonna be great. And also, I'll show you where all the cactus ends up right here, because it's so stupid. So they're just like falling into the water and then getting burnt up by the fire right here. It's so stupid, and I am a fan. I have not measured what the drop rate is like. Maybe when that thing is full as well, I might do it. We'll see. I could also quickly just talk about this thing, which used to be a passive mob farm, right? But it's now a lethal, or what are they called? Yeah, the evil mob farm. You see, I have added in the slabs to prevent spider spawning, and this layer of glass was just implemented as well to prevent endermen spawning, because they are just added in the game here in the final version before the full release, and they were so freaking annoying, because you see some places there are missing signs. These endermen grief, the original enderman grief so many things. It's insane. They take blocks from everywhere, and they are being a nuisance, and they are... I am not a fan. I am not a fan. So that's why there's glass over here as well. Another of the really early projects that I worked on was actually this tree farm right here. I am a massive fan of this tree farm when I made it, and I am to this day a massive fan of it. I am really liking the cylinder shape right here. It's looking so good. It's gorgeous, and it has room for a ton of trees in it. I'll mainly use oak because, you know, they're the best. And I guess I could actually use spruce, but I don't have spruce. I only have the spruce logs. I don't have the spruce wood yet. So whenever I get that, I'll probably start using that a little bit more. We have this nice like overview down, and the nice looking murals on the sides, and I am a fan of this tree farm. I like it a lot, and I think it's lovely, and I want to make more things circular. This was actually inspired by a train station in Barcelona, which I am a big fan of, and this was inspired by that, and I like that. And by the way, if you're wondering, why there's so many different types of leaves in these trees, it's because these trees were grown before there were different types of trees, basically. So there were only one type of leaf and only one type of tree, and then the oak tree, and then when they added birch and spruce, and all of the different leaf types, this happened. All of the original trees just like turned into the leaves turned into some sort of weird assortment of them all, which is honestly fascinating. And so you can see over here on this big tree as well, it's just, there's some spruce leaves in there. This one isn't really, yeah, it's a little bit random as well, but yeah, just a weird assortment of leaves, and I love it. It's lovely. So all of these trees, as you can see, because it's a farm, I take them down and put them up again. These are all the correct leaves, but these are weird, and it's because they were grown before any other tree types were added. So that's actually a fun detail. Another fun detail of this area right here is these guys. We actually have snow golems in the game right now, but these were placed on top of here before they were introduced. So I think if I remove any blocks around them or update these in any way, I think they will become snow golems. But since I haven't, they are cursed, and I'm hoping that they will forever look like this, because it's amazing. You can't place blocks like this in vanilla, in the version that is modern right now, which I love those. They are so cursed and amazing. The next thing that we made after the tree farm was this hole right here. And this was made because I had a lot of ideas of things I wanted to make, right? And I needed some way of keeping track of all of the ideas. So I made this thing where I could put iron, gold, or diamond blocks on top to signify if I was done with the project, or how I was doing with the project. So iron is I haven't started, gold is I'm working on the project, and diamond is the project is done. So we have diamond over the tree farm because it's done. We have the roller coaster, which I haven't made yet. I'm gonna make one of those. Cactus farm, work in progress. Storage room, which we'll check out in a second. Hostile mob farm, yep. Passive mob farm. I guess we did make this, but it's actually no longer a thing. Wheat farm. Ooh, bit of spoilers, but actually I can cross that thing off my list now, because that's done. Gold farm is something I want to make very soon here. So yeah, basically this was just a way of keeping track, and is still a way of keeping track of my projects that I want to make and how I'm doing with them. So great little thing, and I just made it into a corridor like this. I like the block palettes, and I had to go a long way to find all of this clay for these bricks. They were not easy to make. But yeah, the block palette, I think it's nice. It's quite busy, and I later decorated out with extra leaves and stuff like that. And I think it's looking great, actually. And it's easy to, I've been branching off into different directions like this here, and over here I actually just made this intersection as well off camera, and I am a fan of this intersection, to go wherever we need to go. And right after that I made this thing, the storage room, which is my current storage room, and it will absolutely be replaced in the future. I'm really proud of the amount of how it actually looks. The amount of blocks I was able to use in this building, because I don't know, there wasn't a lot of blocks to work with, let me just say that much. And the creeper face on the top, which is all half slabs so nothing spawns. This is a big house, a big building, my first building that wasn't, you know, in the side of the mountain right there. This was my first official building, and I am really proud of it. So this is my storage room where we have, I signify what we have in the floor because there's, you know, science of course, but I wanted the visual way of signifying. So, you know, stone, wood, clay, dirt, stuff like that. Nether based, this is miscellaneous items and drops, and this is valuables. So yeah, real simple. I have even have a spot up here for bulk storage, for extra excess of items, mainly just dirt and cobblestone and stuff like that. But really good utilization of this. I've gotten a lot of utilization out of this storage room. The next thing we did here, to show that off properly, I need 2 minecarts because yeah, you'll see. I guess I said that I haven't made a roller coaster just yet, but I have made a bit of a railroad, which is quite fun to use because with this farm, I actually got quite a bit of gunpowder. And with that gunpowder, I could make my first stack of TNT. And with that stack of TNT, I could make this thing. Shoo! And you can see all of these old boosters that I had to replace this whole thing with powered rails, because these boosters that are all around, scattered all around here, they don't work no more. But this used to be totally powered by only yeah, these booster tracks all the way. And where do we get off? We get off right down here at my strip mining area. So this is just goes off long way in that direction, a long way in this direction, a long way in that direction, and just, yeah, a lot of branch mining has been done here to different various areas to get some goodies and stuff. And so this was actually made, so I have actually removed this since because I needed the railroad. This was actually made though so that the minecart would go round and around in a circle, so I could have like 5 or 6 minecarts at a time, and then they would every 5 or 10 seconds or so they would just whiz by here, and then I could, if I wanted to get up, I could just come on here and right click the minecart and up I went. But I'm hoping that we can go the other way now. Actually, maybe we can. Hopefully. Ooh. No, we cannot. This is not the way it's supposed to go. So it was a way for me to get quickly up and down, because oh, there's a skeleton. Where? Hey, little guy. Okay, you can live. Where did you spawn then? Never mind. It wasn't a creeper, so we're fine. Because walking up and down these stairs is a fucking hassle. And again, I'll remind you, there was no sprinting. I haven't been able to sprint up till right like 1.9. This is where I've been able to sprint now. I have been sprinting for 2 years almost in this world, which is crazy. So every movement thing was so freaking slow. Right after I made that lovely little cave, I made this because I was inspired and I wanted to just blow more things to smithereens. So I made a TNT blasting down here, and then I in here started working on it. I hope that you can see it. It's a mob spawner. So basically a ton of space in the area that I just dug out by hand. I don't think I actually had too much TNT when making this. I dug this out by hand to make with like stone pickaxes because I didn't want to waste diamonds. And man, there's many hours in that. And with science all the way around, of course. And then you can hear them. They fall down into this area, which I very recently actually spruced up. So this is where they all land. and where I can punch them all and get their XP, because they didn't actually, I usually drop them further so they would all down here, so they would all die at all times. I'm low with that. So they would all die at all times because experience again was just added in this version of Minecraft that I'm in. So I just wanted the drops. So I have a bit of storage area for that down here, and if you're wondering if we're gonna do something with TNT soon, I am thinking yes. I later went in here and added some bits and bobs for potions and another storage room for enchanting and stuff with an enchanting table up here. As well as something weird and a little bit cursed, but I promise you this is vanilla Minecraft. But it's also the reason that we're still in Minecraft pre-release 1, Minecraft beta pre-release 1, pre-release 4. This is the reason that we're still in this version. Because I can still touch spawners and they turn into pig spawners. And in the next episode we're gonna do something stupid with pigs. I promise you that. And it's gonna be fucking great. I am so looking forward to it. But this is basically my food place. I get tons of food right here. I pour a lava bucket on them and then I throw a damage potion of harming and then I get cooked pork chop for days. As well as experience, which is great stuff. I also have this minecart right here, which we added in the last episode, I think, even. Which is basically just, I actually printed up this corridor. I said I wouldn't, but I did. It goes up straight into my storage room, right here. And that's just freaking amazing. I love that. And I also added a bit of a switcheroo thing, which we can easily see if we go down again here. Because I always want one minecart on each side, right? So in the last episode, you can go check that out if you haven't. See these pressure plates here? Yep. That minecart went away. So if I go from up there and go down, or if I come from down here and go up, there's always a minecart on either side of the track. We also have a special little road back here, which is, I am a big fan of minecarts, as you can see, because getting around in Minecraft for Elytras, it's actually, you know, kind of hard. It takes time, and even with minecarts, it takes a lot of time to just walk around and move and do stuff. So I've added this as well to get into the cave system right here. I don't have this fancy switch magoo thing here, but I should probably. So this is where we were just before, with my caving place. And yeah, just an easy, quick way to get back and forth if I need to go hunting for some more minerals and stuff like that. It's great. Soon after creating the mob farm, I updated Minecraft to beta 1.2, I think. And with it came some massive things. Mainly, as you can see, 16 wool types. We have cakes, we have dispensers, as well as the wood of spruce and birch. Even though we don't actually have the birch or spruce planks as of even recording this. I don't have these planks. But we got the wood types, you know. I also couldn't farm them because there were no saplings for these things. But I made this shrine in dedication for Minecraft beta 1.2. And with that, I actually thought, you know, honestly, I should make that kind of thing for all of Minecraft and all of the updates moving forward. And this area right here, which we're walking into right now, is about to be, I think, revamped, because I am not a fan of how I've laid this out, but the general gist and idea will be maintained. So this is where I started doing this. So this is where we start, which is beta 1.2, and this is all of the blocks that were available in Minecraft beta 1.2. I have gathered all of the paintings as well, which I kind of like. And we even have the burning furnace and a spawner right there. Lovely stuff. But as you can see, I am missing bedrock, which I will need to add in a future update. Because there are actually ways in vanilla Minecraft to get a hold of the bedrock item, and when I place this, I want it to be the final resting place for it. So I need to revamp this place ASAP. We also we're missing the sponge, so that's also gonna come in future Minecraft. So I'm not too worried about it. But that's all of the blocks that we had in beta 1.2. And if you look at this, I think that's actually quite a few blocks. How come you couldn't create anything more beautiful than that house over there that I made? Remove all of the wool, as well as these two, as well as a couple of the sandstone actually, because that came later. This isn't a lot of blocks, and a lot of these blocks I actually could actually acquire. Because I didn't have Silk Touch when making that. So the block palette was, you know, not big. Let's just say that much. Fuck you. So, yeah. We then updated to Minecraft Beta 1.3, which added the slab variants of these things. We didn't have stone slabs. Come on, we didn't have stone slabs. We only had these kind of stone slabs. We didn't have regular stone slabs. We didn't have regular freaking wood slabs. And also the repeater, which is good. And the bed, which is a big thing. You know, Minecraft before beta 1.3 was so much harder than after. It's crazy. And it wasn't until beta 1.5, actually, I skipped a version here, but I don't think anything major happened in 1.4. But I skipped the version, and we had, this is where cobweb and the new rails, and as well as these saplings were actually added, so we can actually now farm these wood types. In beta 1.6, dead bush, fern, regular grass, and maps were introduced, and this is actually, as you can see, map 0. This is the first map that I've ever created, which is crazy. Also, I can't get a hold of these right now. Silk Touch don't seem to work on them, and neither does shearing. So I'll add these at a later date. Minecraft Beta 1.7 added pistons and shears, which I haven't actually made anything fancy with these yet. So that's coming as well sometime soon. Minecraft Beta 1.8, and this is the big one. This is the one that added hunger. This is the one that added sprinting. This is the one that added a lot of stuff, and you can see infested stuff, which is because we, of course, have the end is actually not implemented in this pre-release. It's implemented in the next pre-release, so I haven't gone looking for the fortress underground yet. But we have the blocks in the game, and I will add them at a later date. As well as, here again, regular brick stairs and slabs. I didn't have these until just recently. Mushroom blocks, mushroom stems, stuff like that. Melon blocks. I haven't actually found melon yet, so I need to do that. And this is where we are now. Minecraft Beta 1.9. The last version of Minecraft 1.9. Enchanting table, the cauldron, an end stone, brewing stand, end portal frame, nether wart. I don't know if I can get the portal from here, but I'm hoping maybe if I try and search it for it, I will be able to find it and Silk Touch it in this version. That's a future thing we're gonna try. And after this, that's all of the beta versions. So I want to revamp this place to add all of these things in a nicer manner that I have them laid out right now. I have started revamping the whole place with, you know, as you can see here, a little bit more town square-ish type of deal. Maybe some statues, maybe interact with this thing that I made. Who knows? But I want to revamp this and make this pretty. And make it the memorial of Minecraft Beta, basically. So whenever I leave Minecraft Beta and go into the full release of Minecraft, this will stand as a shrine, as a testament to what was. And it's gonna be glorious. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments down below. And with this area now checked out, we move on to our nether portal. I moved it over here after having it in our initial, place that I showed first. And I had this idea of having the look of nether just spreading away and out from the portal right here. And I think the effect is best sold. It looks best from this location. You can see the nether just blasting through, destroying the landscape. A lot of TNT was needed to make this happen. And yeah, I actually, for the time, I think that when I made this, I think this is a great cell and it looks great. I am probably at some point in the future as well gonna go through this whole place and purify it, make it a lot less cluttered and stuff like that, but that'll be probably a while. During that same area I started purifying a lot of things. I really wanted a mountain here for some reason. I think I wanted a bedroom at the top. I never actually got to that place, or to making that bedroom rather. Which it's it is what it is. But I have this mountain now, which I actually like, and I want to do something with at some point or another. Somewhere over here in this at this time, I also made this sugarcane farm right here, which was needed because I needed a sugarcane farm, I couldn't use it for anything. And but I had this cactus farm, so I had to have the sugarcane farm, right? Fun fact, you actually couldn't grow it on sand when I made this, so I wonder if I can now. Yes, now I can. So this is all dirt because I couldn't grow it on sand, which is actually kind of hilarious. So there's only dirt below all of this sugarcane. And lately, actually a little bit off camera, I've been starting to... It's because of a project that we're gonna get to next episode, I hope. We need a lot of wool, and the wool don't regrow on sheep, so I need to create a ton of sheep by breeding them with wheat and kill off the already sheared sheep so that I can get a lot of wool, because I need a lot of pink wool for my next project here. And to get wheat, we need a wheat farm, and I think this is about ready to be deployed. It's a very simple wheat farm that I made here. I have plans for purifying this and making this all wheat as well, wheat fields, to really signify what this is. But it's simple. It's just I flip that lever over there. This whole thing turns off, which detracts the pistons right here, and this water flows down, and it just flows over all of the dirt and potential wheat. I haven't gotten too many seeds yet. And apparently this water down here doesn't count as water for these crops, so I made this a little bit weird, but I'm not remaking it. So these grow slowly. They are not being properly, soil. The soil isn't becoming wet, which is annoying, but it's life, And I think that about wraps it up. That's almost everything I've made in this world up to this point. It's been quite a journey, and as you can see, I made a lot of things. I'm also in the distance working on a castle, kind of. Started working, we might see when I continue on that, but I really want one. But other than that, I'm just going around here thriving, making stuff, and I think it's so much fun. So much fun. As you can see, all of this used to be ice. I've started covering up all of the ice to get like a big grassy area here, which I can probably hopefully use in the future. And with that, I want to thank you all for watching. It's been an honor and a pleasure to have you here, if you're still watching, and I'm looking forward to at least 20 more episodes until the next world tour, where we have a lot of things happening and a lot of productivity and stuff like that. But until that time, I am hoping you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.